Yo, what's good? I want to record a quick video. It is currently January 17th. I was recording this, which means it's been about 3 weeks or so since Anime Adventures came back, which means that this weekend there should be an update. It's currently Friday, so tomorrow or even later today, I am expecting a trailer and there should be an update. We'll see what it ends up being, but I want to make a quick video about my guesses on which these next updates will be. Now, there's a few factors I take into consideration. Mainly one, animes that they haven't done yet or revisited in a while, and two, animes that weren't affected by the copyright that badly, because obviously an anime like One Piece, they had to get rid of a lot of the One Piece units and change them so much that the chance of One Piece coming back is slim to none. Highly doubt it'll come back, but some other animes were not affected nearly as bad. So that's what I'm going to take into consideration, because obviously they'd want to do an update where the models are recognizable. They don't want to do an update where you have to guess who the frick is this unit. I got some anime defender stuff. So all right, anyways, I'm on with my list. These are low-key like in the order of which I would want for them to happen, but the order doesn't really particularly matter. But the first one is one I actually mentioned in a video not that long ago, or York New City Hunter x Hunter update. Now, the reason I just want this update is because it has Chrollo, and Chrollo is just so freaking cool. I wish one of these Tower Defense games would make a Chrollo unit already. I think a Chrollo secret unit would be really cool, with maybe like a Kurapika and Hisoka mythical unit. Kind of like how in the Berserk update there's only 3 actual units, which was Guts, Griffith, and Skull Knight. I think it'd be cool if there's a York New City update, which is just Kurapika, Chrollo, and Hisoka. It could be any other person from the Phantom Troop, really. Maybe it doesn't have to be Hisoka, but I think that would be a very sick update. Chrollo's a cool unit, and Kurapika in that arc is cool as hell too, so that'd be a good one. My second one, this is unlikely to happen for this update. It'll probably happen in a later update, but I really do think a Dragon Ball Z Tournament Power update is coming soon. And the reason I'm saying this is because even though they just had that Dragon Ball update, the reality is Dragon Ball was actually barely affected. The Goku model still looks very similar. The Vegeta model still looks very similar. Kid Buu looks the exact same. It's like, for being such a massive anime, they actually had to change it very little copyright wise. So I think it would make sense for a Tournament Power update to finally come out. And we didn't have to talk about the units. Just like, obviously Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Jiren, they could literally choose whatever. That update would be fire. And I think it's just a very wanted update. And I think also, since it has Anime Adventures right now has some of the largest audience it's ever had, it's like, it still has 100k players and it has an update in 3 weeks. So to utilize that audience and drop such a huge update, I think would go insanely viral. The reason it probably won't happen this update is because they just had the Dragon Ball Z, well, they didn't just have it, it dropped a year ago, but like technically speaking, the last actual update was Dragon Ball related, so I doubt they do 2 Dragon Balls back to back. But trust me, bro, I feel like a tournament, excuse me. Oh, bleh. But trust me, I feel like a Tournament Power update's coming soon. Now, number 3, this one's a little bit more silly, but hear me out. Blue Lock. Now, obviously, the reason this is kind of a low chance is because there is already a Isagi unit in the game, the main character of Blue Lock, and they did have to change him a little bit for copyright. His name's now Messi, and he has like white hair, and it does look a little silly. But that is the main character of the show. You know, like, for example, for One Piece, they had to change Luffy's model. I mean, they literally removed Luffy's model completely. But a unit like the Siren Heartbeat Girl, they barely have to change, because obviously the more popular the character is, the more copyright matters. So I feel like Isagi, being one of the main characters, probably had to receive the most copyright. But I think they could afford to make some of the side characters still look pretty accurate. You know, maybe Nagi, Baro, Rin, Sai would be really cool. So I definitely think Blue Lock is still possible. And the reason I'm saying Blue Lock is because Blue Lock is just so massive. It's so insanely popular. Season 2 wrapped up not that long ago. It's still very big. It's one of the more trendy animes, that's for sure. But yeah, I definitely think Blue Lock could work. Obviously, it's silly because it's freaking soccer. Like, how are you going to make the soccer units do damage? But who cares? You just put on some cool effects. I don't think anybody would mind. For number 4, piggybacking off of Blue Lock, another very trendy anime that's coming up right now. Actually, I think it just released is Solo Leveling Season 2. So would not be surprised at all if a Solo Leveling update dropped. I think this is actually the most probable that'll happen, a Solo Leveling update. The anime is very big, and the fact that it just came back for Season 2, it's definitely a good way to capitalize off the hype. I'm not too sure how much they would have to copyright it, since they don't have any current Solo Leveling units, but this one is definitely very probable. There's not much to expand on here. Solo Leveling is a huge anime. Now would be a good time to do it. So Solo Leveling, definitely possible. Another idea I had was JJK Part 2. Now, they've already done a JJK update a minute ago, but I definitely think they could do a Part 2 update where they give Gojo a new evolution, give Sukuna a new evolution. There's a Sukuna unit, right? I'm not tripping. But I definitely think they could give Gojo a new evolution and Sukuna a new evolution. I think that would work very well. Adding Maharaga to the game to some extent, I think would go viral. I think that'd be very good. Maybe give Megumi another evolution. I know this game doesn't do like second evos that often, but I definitely think JJK could be done. And once again, they actually had to change the JJK models very little. Gojo still looks exactly like Gojo, just called Paradox now. So definitely think it's possible for them to do it. I don't know what other units they could add. Maybe like a Maki unit, you know, Maki after she gets her hair short, the baddie. But yeah, I think there's some cool stuff they could do there. And then last but not least, I think this one's like low-key a shot in the dark, but I just think it'd be a very cool update. Would be a JoJo Part 5 update. For one, they already have Divalo in the game, and Divalo, I really wish they would give him an evolution because he currently doesn't have an evolution, but I think it'd be so cool if they gave him an evolution, even though he's such an old unit, and then actually bring him back into meta. He does have like a cool ability, but his actual damage sucks, obviously. But yeah, I think they could do a Part 5 update of Giorno, you know, the whole main JoJo group. Diavolo 1,000,000% could get an evolution. I think it'd be a very cool update. Definitely like one of the less probable to have him, but then again, JoJo was also changed very little. Poochie looks pretty similar. Josuke looks similar. Jotaro, they were actually changed very little with the copyright update. I think Kira was changed like a tad little bit. So JoJo Part 5 low-key could be in the works, bro. And I think a Giorno, a mythical Giorno unit, because there's a legendary one, but a mythical Giorno unit would be really cool in my opinion. But yeah, these are literally just like 5 or like 6, I forgot how many random updates I would want to see. Maybe, I guess it. If any of them were to be right, it'll probably be a solo leveling update that's dropping later this weekend, but who knows? Maybe I'm way off. Maybe they surprise all of us. Let me know in the comments down what you guys think the next update will be. Obviously before it actually drops, because the trailer will probably be dropping soon. So make sure to comment like right now before, you know, it actually drops. But yeah, you get the point. Whatever. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, y'all. Have a good one. Bye bye.